This is a t-shirt quilt, and it's the type of t-shirt quilt that most of you do want to do. And I know some of you have had people bring you a quilt that's like this. The back is pieced t-shirt material as well as the front. When I quilted this, I knew that I'd probably be getting it back to quilt another row at the bottom, and the reason was the backing was so much longer than the top that it was going to leave an unquilted area at the bottom, and that backing, there was plenty of room for another row, but she didn't put that row on there. And I think she wanted me to center the quilt on the backing, top to bottom, but if I would have done that, when she went to finish the binding, she would have been cutting off about half of a block at the top of the backing and half of a block at the bottom of the backing. So I did finish the quilt. It was picked up, and now I have it back to quilt another row and on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same setup that I did yesterday when I quilted all of this. I quilted this all entire area. I'll just select all and right click, tell it I want to relocate. Shift all to one point. The point I want to use is the bottom right of this little square. So I'll click on it with the mouse, click yes. Now my entire pattern field is located around that upper left corner of this next row to quilt. I will simply select this row, toggle it as unsewn, and I'm going to use that to do the quilting. Next, I'm going to draw a boundary, and then I will adjust the patterns to fit that boundary area. As you can see, I'm going to have to make quite a few adjustments. I'm going to start out by selecting this row. I want to move it a little bit to the left and move the right edge back in like that. Now I have to take care of all of this other part of this, and I need to kind of fill this in because this top line that of the boundary, it represents the shape of that part that I need to fill in. I need to adjust all of this. Okay, I have the preliminary adjustments made, and now I have to make sure all of these are connected so that it will quilt continuously. So I'm going to select this first repeat, and I'm going to get my nodes, and right there is a node. I'm going to turn on end snap, and I want to make sure that these are snapped together, and it is. So you heard the click. I'm going to escape out of that. I also want to fill this just a little better. I'll right click, go get my nodes. I'm going to divide this pattern right at that point. Then I will exit out of that. I will get my handles. I want this set of handles. I'm going to pull this down a little bit and also out. I've disconnected this, and that's not a problem. All I need to do now is right click and get nodes again, divide this again, divide it at that point, I'll make sure this section is what's selected, grab this node, and snap it to there. So I have that all set. So now I have this first repeat connected to the second repeat, and I'll work on making sure that the second repeat is also connected to the third. And I've been right here, I had to maneuver this around. I'll right click, get my nodes. I think I will divide this. I know there's a pink node under there. Zoom in, hit the D key to divide it. I want this section. Turn on the InSnap, bring this node down to there. That's fine. Go up to this part right here. And I need to do some work on this. I think I'll just get a node, divide this out right there, hit the D key. I think I'll just take this up. Don't want that one. I want, matter of fact, I think I'm going to divide this again. I'm going to divide it right there, and I'm going to delete that little piece. Go get my nodes. I'm going to take this and I'm going to swirl it around and snap it to right there. That's going to work. So now I have all of that part connected, and then I have to go and work again on this part right there. I think I'll do it with this last repeat. Get my nodes, and again I'm going to divide it there. D key, delete that, get my nodes here, and divide it right at that point. Grab this node now and snap it to there. So that will also continuously. This is a way that I can recover from a bad situation that occurred, and you can learn how to do this by just experimenting with what can I do to correct a situation that I ended up with and didn't like. Okay, I'm finished quilting this row, and it turned out just fine. And I guarantee you that you would not be able to tell that we even did this. So don't underestimate what you can do with this program. All you need to do is experiment with it. So I hope you learned a little bit from this on how you can recover from a bad situation.